Professor Chomsky, um, John Berger talked about the use of calamitous rhetoric and end times thinking and fear mongering to establish the powering class, the ruling class above those who were afraid. Um, and I'm wondering how we balance that reality with your use of the threat of climate change, which is often used to move people into acting, and how we balance the reality that that's another level of fear mongering.
Fear-mongering, in my view, is quite appropriate
Yeah.
because there are things to be frightened about. If fear-mongering is used to control people, then it's wrong. If fear-mongering is used to activate people, then it's right. There's nothing right or wrong about fear-mongering. It's like saying, say a hammer. I mean, a hammer can be used to build a house. It can be used to crush somebody's skull in it if you're a torturer. The hammer doesn't care. It's a matter of how we decide to use these opportunities. And fear-mongering is one piece of it. So if fear-mongering is used by the powerful to try to force people to, tremble in fear over the threat of, say, a terrorist attack, so they give up their rights and privileges to the state authorities, that's one thing. If it's used to warn people about the serious threat of nuclear war and even more serious climate change, that's fine. It should be done. Actually, it's kind of interesting to look at the way fear-mongering is used to control people. I don't know if you followed it closely, you've been aware of this, but take the Snowden revelations about the massive surveillance system, which is going out of sight under Obama. This huge system of surveillance. People are told that we have to have it because it's protecting us from threats, right? So therefore, we got to give up our rights. We have to have government checking every action we do and so on. Well, there was a high-level government commission that was established under congressional authority to investigate what the NSA massive system had achieved. You may recall that when it was first exposed, the administration said it had stopped 54 terrorist attacks. Well, that's pretty serious. Later, that was downgraded to maybe a dozen terrorist attacks. By the time the commission got through its work, it found one example, a person who had sent $8,000 to Somalia. That is the total yield of this massive and expanding system, which we are, and again, fear-mongering. We're supposed to tremble before the terrible threats that it's stopping, so we have to give up our rights. That's one kind of fear-mongering. When, say, Bill McKibben or others talk of James Hansen and others talk about the climate crisis, that's right. They should be doing that.
Thank you.